Alright. I know I'm a few weeks late for this. Anyway, I'm Joe from Games and More, and this is going to be my review of the movie Divergent. I actually saw this on opening night. I've been meaning to get a review put up. And God, is this movie awful! This movie, it's so boring. They don't even really develop any characters. The only ones that get proper development are Beatrice and Four. Even there you feel pretty boring in this movie. I have read the book. I've got the book right here. And the book's not that bad. The book gets exciting at times. But the movie just loses so much that made the book any good. There is absolutely no character development in the movie. There's God knows how much in the book. And it's like, it just somehow gets lost in the movie. And I just end up not even giving a shit about any of the characters by the time they die. And Summit Entertainment was wanting to use this movie to start launching a franchise. This is not how you do it. This is not how you want to launch a franchise. And I don't really see any chance at that happening unless it somehow performs well. I'll quickly grab my Kindle to pull up its current box office results. The last I saw, it still had not surpassed its $80 million budget. Which it now has, but only at $100 million. Yeesh. It's not seeming like they've already greenlit the film adaptation of Insurgent, but I'm thinking that the money to do it is not going to be there. The movie's been out for I know it came out. It started but screenings for it started at 8 o'clock on the 20th. And right now, it's not showing numbers that would justify a sequel. People. Why did you spend your fucking money on this? You should have spent it on something like Ender's Game. Even though I know at the time, thinking about not going to Ender's Game and waiting another week to go to the movies would still been a smart idea, because so we ended up with not Captain America, Thor the next week. But still, people, why are you spending your money to see shit like Twilight? We're getting shitty movies because you're doing that. Gosh. Jeez, we really need somebody to go through a Disney Renaissance. Also, with Divergent, its pacing is terrible. with all the character development that the book had that they removed from the movie, it just feels like there's not enough movie there for 2.5 hours. You really do you get that luxury? And I'm actually looking over at my home video collection, and there aren't too many movies that I own that are 2.5 hours, because really you don't always get that luxury of runtime. Because, well, for a book, you could spend a good bit of time with one part of the plot, but with a movie, you've got to get to the next part of the plot. And Divergence is rather inconsistent at that. Really, it was in the book, the most important part of the plot it actually doesn't start happening until late in the book. While with movies like The Lord of the Rings, that's a rather decent excuse for a movie that's over 2.5 hours. Because you've got enough exciting moments for a 3-hour movie. You've got enough there to keep the audience's attention span. With Divergence, there's not enough there. I was just sitting there bored for a lot of the movie. Also, the movie just ends up feeling super silly towards it. I couldn't help but start cracking a smile and silently laughing at the end of the movie. I don't know how anyone like Kate Winslet kept a straight face during the movie. I was even having a hard time keeping a straight face like an hour and a half after it ended. Gosh, I'm talking about that movie. I'm having the same trouble right now. The movie is just hilariously boring. Jeez, I wonder who ended up reading the book and then looking at this. I wonder even if they had any contribution from the book's author, Veronica Roth. Because when they actually get input from the author, it works. Warner Brothers did that the whole damn time with the Harry Potter movies. And that was a phenomenal success. All of them were great movies. What else? Had input from... Hunger Games! Ender's Game! They all had input from the source material's writer. And I'm actually now going to see if they did that with Divergent, and if not, hit them hard with it, Cinema Sense! Hit them hard with that! I mean, come on, how stupid can you be? They know the world the best. if you want to argue with me about that, you're never gonna win. Veronica Roth knows Beatrice the most because she created her. Don't even argue in the comments section, because you're not going to be right. And don't even say this movie's any good, because it's a piece of shit. It's a fucking piece of shit. It's a bigger pile of shit than the one Jeff Goldblum calls a big pile of shit in Jurassic Park. And that was a big pile of shit. And okay, they only listed Veronica Roth, and they gave her credit for the fact that she wrote the novel. It's just, let her help you write the screenplay. She knows the universe the best. I'm wondering how many times I've been trying to say that in the last fucking 5 minutes. Sheesh, and I feel so bad for Jay Courtney. Because last year he was in that shitty Die Hard movie. Yeah, the first shitty movie in a great franchise. And now he's in this piece of shit. I'm feeling bad for Zoe Kravitz too, because she went from X-Men Days of Future Past to this shit. I'm saying shit a whole lot because seriously, this movie is fucking shit. It is one of the dumbest movies out there. Oh gosh. Captain America's return to the silver screen can't be any sooner. Thank God. Yeah. Divergent fans, you are probably not going to get your sequel because Captain America's going to kick Divergent's ass. I don't even think Divergent is... No, wait. Divergent probably is not ranked within the top 10 highest grossing movies for this year. I'm actually not too sure where it'd be ranked right now. But it's probably not going to be high. So, Divergent fans, you're not going to get your movie, your sequel. Actually, really, I don't see it happening. I did not see it happening at all. Because, just face the facts, $100 million gross on an $80 million budget is not enough to justify a sequel. That's still considered a flop. Yeah, it brought back its budget, but it's still considered a flop. All in all, the grade that I give Divergent for its poor character development, bad pacing, and rather laughable ending. It is nothing but, the film gets nothing but an F. Scream at me if you want, because 10 years from now, that's what everybody's going to be giving it. It's the next fucking Free Willy. It's not going to age well. Trust, a lot of critics say that it's a bad movie, and these people, they actually they're paid to look at movies and analyze the characters, analyze what's in front of them, and they're being paid to try and save you money. They are. They're telling you what's good and what's a piece of shit. Alright, let's see. What's good? Lord of the Rings. What's a piece of shit? Divergent. Therefore, I give Divergent a fucking F. Fuck you to anybody who ends up disagreeing with me. Maybe that could be a slogan for me. Anyway, from Games and More, I'm Jared Oberfeld. Keep playing those games and just watch the good movies.